Well, thanks for joining me. I thought I'd give you a quick update as to how things are going down in the allotment now that June is in the air. Here we have some of my ochre or yams which I put in beginning of April. First of all, they were fleeced, and now is the growing season for them. Obviously, you're supposed to harvest them just after the first frosts, so I'll let you know how I get on with these yams. It's a new one to me. This year has been a fantastic year for my German chamomile, and I shall be harvesting some with the flowers being open under this sun. It keeps peeking out of the clouds, and my missus also uses it for making soaps and also for drawer fresheners for lining your drawers. So it's beautiful. I couldn't believe that this was just sown originally 3 years ago from a little seed packet. I'll get you the details of which company did the seeds for this, and I just created a patch for it originally because it was supposed to be for around my fruit trees together with the garlic. It's a good companion plant for fruit trees. It's next to my Granny Smith's, and just take you there. As you can see, although we had a bumper crop last year, it looks like this year, touch wood, i.e. my head, there might be a bumper crop again this year with Granny Smith's. Not all have been as successful, not all my fruit trees, but this one looks like it's quite disease resistant. I wasn't going to bother with many brassicas this year, but they had a few offers on at the garden centre. Blue Diamond was having strips for £1.78, I believe they were, because I'm a member of that gardening outlet. And so I put a set of these Romanesco cauliflowers in. As you can see, netted straight away. So far, okay. Been feeding them with a bit of tomato feed. I've had a go this year at growing some peas from seed. These are Hurst greens, green shaft ones, and I'll let you know how they get on. And also some beans, broad beans. These are Bunyard's Exhibition, which I tend to grow them from seed anyway. I put two lots in. There's these ones I've had at home, and then I've sown some direct, and there's the rest of the peas over there. Never had any success with peas yet, so I'll let you know how I get on with them. Here's another one of my dwarf fruit stock apple trees. It looks like I'll have a decent crop for a dwarf fruit stock. Usual problems apply with fruit trees. You've got to look out for your pests, and of course make sure that it's pruned correctly. This one, I've had it down here a good 5-6 years. First time it's had a decent crop on it. I put some of my early birds sweet corns, which I've grown from seed, and I put them in towards the end of May. And I've also sown a few more around them in case these ones don't make it. And also I've sown from last year's crop of cheeky curry. I've actually put in a good half dozen. I've got a few spares at home just in case these don't take. They're quite close, as you can see, but I just want to know if they're going to make it down here. I've not netted these, so we'll have to see how they get on. This is the first year I've had a crop that I can sort of call a crop, if you like, on my chokeberries or aronias, Viking Red. These have been, I keep taking cuttings off them. This is from a cutting as well. I've put another 3 or 4 on the plot. I do like these sort of berries. I mean, they're sort of barely edible, lots of tannins, but they're good if you want to. You can add them as an additive to your jams and jellies. They add a bite to things, especially if you've got lots of things like sloes. We've got a lot of wild sloes, and I've planted them on the plot as well. Lots of sloes around here as well. This year seems to be quite good with soft fruits, and I've never had so much success with the gooseberries due to the pruning programme. A lot of diseases around, but we've just dealt with them as and when, and using the homemade solutions that we do. Judging by the tresses of soft fruit on this red currant, it looks like they're going to be doing okay this year as well. Always nice to hear a little songbird, isn't it, while you're down gardening? But as you can see, the usual pests which I deal with have picked them off. We haven't netted the strawberries this year because they've gone a bit wild, and they sort of propagated themselves, as strawberries do, if you let them. But coming down frequently, we're able to pick them and race the birds and the slugs to them. My Bramley fruitlet seem quite happy to growing among this sea of chamomile, so I'm looking forward to a good crop. And I've got a pollinating partner, which is Red Discovery nearby, but this could be a good year for them. One of today's big jobs has been getting rid of a load of bindweed on the raspberries, which have just about now setting fruit. I've seen lots of bumblebees around them, so I've got to get a grip on the bindweed. It really is a bind. And finally, what would life be like without these beautiful rock roses? These are native to where I live in the Midlands in England, and they climb up other trees. Here it's climbing up a red currant. Well, with my cobnut starting to develop on this tree, might be the first crop that I've got off the female flowers. Looking forward to a better year than last year with the drought, etc. I'll leave you then amid my sea of chamomile. Oh, that does smell nice, making me feel a little bit sleepy actually. Enjoying that. And of course, got my nice little dwarf apple trees. Nice to have some successes, and I'll tell you more in a later blog about how other things are getting on, such as the plums, etc. Soaking my strawberries. This is the first proper little crop we've had in a little bowlful. This year's rhubarb crop, which I've just started taking, perfect for making some stewed rhubarb. You can use this for toppings for your cereal, or as like a jam really, if you like. And I've made a couple of pots as well. These are perfect for making crumbles. I've kept them in the refrigerator, not added too much sugar. So there you go, also perfect for toppings. Here we have the first set of German chamomile that I've got. I've spread it out. I've put it on this greaseproof paper. You can also use one of those racks which you can use for quick cooking of chips or potatoes in your oven, of chipped potatoes. But it's drying quite nicely here in my loft because it's warming up. Catch you up next time then.